It's time for Calamity, Smash or Pass. It's delicious. It's amazing. It's gonna feel really good. Alright. No webcam today. Nobody says webcam. Facecam. No facecam today because I'm currently with your mom. Now, if you're watching this with your mom and you're asking how that's possible, one, you should not be watching this with your mom. If you are, you have some problems. But if you are, for some reason, doing that, then you're with a doppelganger and you need to run. Anyway, before we start, I want to say a quick thing about Line Force. He recently passed away, and I didn't feel right making a video about it because I never even got to speak to the dude, and I never really got to speak to anybody on Relogic. But I always watch the Terraria news videos since I am a Terraria YouTuber, and he was always kind and nice to all people. So, rest in peace, dude. You were awesome. And you will never be forgotten because your work in Terraria will live forever. Alright, now onto the pickle tickling. First, we have the Inventors. Now, I know nothing about any of these bosses because I have never played Calamity yet. I am going to play it though. It's going to happen. On first impressions, I will not even read anything about them. Just on the picture. Alright? I would smash that. Even the guy one. You know, they look somewhat humanoid, so it won't be a creepy experience, hopefully. Wolf from Excavator. Now, this thing. This juicy thing. Smash. It's called an Excavator, okay? It could do some serious things to me. I need that seriousness in my life. The Desert Scourge. I would say pass because it's kind of spiky, but I'm gonna have to smash because look at that mouth. That is keen suckitude mouth. Crabulon. Now, again, I would say pass because those pincers gonna chop my sword right in half, so I don't really want that. But look at that face though. He has smashed before. Okay, he's smashed something before. Probably many things. All those female crabs, bro, they probably all have children from this man. The Hive Mind, alright? It's a brain-like amalgamation thing, whatever. I will smash this. Only if those are tentacles on the bottom of it. If they are not tentacles, because I've seen very little of this boss, I am passing. But if they are indeed tentacles, I will smash. Because tentacles do wonders for a sword. Alright? You know, they can wrap around it, push and pull on it, make it sharp. Perforators. I'll smash the top one, alright? Look at that face. So beautiful. He's ready. The one under it, no. Has a point of its own, so it would compete with my blade, and I don't want to do that. That one just has pincers, so it wouldn't have like a suction on the blade, get it hard. And then the bottom one, kind of like the Desert Scourge, same thing with the cylinder mouth and the suction, so I will smash the bottom. Slime God, instantly smash. Jelly-like material around the sword is very good for hardening it up real fast, and jelly-like material is kind of cold too, so it probably feels really good. Like on a hot summer day, when you're cutting your bush, you're cutting bushes, right? And you put your sword comes out of the bush, and it's really hot. You put it inside the jello, so much pleasure. All right, hard mode boss number 1, Cryogen. I'll pass. Okay, it's gonna compete too much with my sword. It's gonna be banging and stabbing it, probably break it. Pyrogen, same thing. It's just warmer. Alright, the Aquatic Scourge. I will only smash this if the body is touching me, not the face. Too pincy and sharp, but the finger things on the side, those could caress my sword and really give it that refining hardness so it can be used as a weapon of mass destruction. The Brimstone Elemental. Smash. All the way. So good. It looks like a furnace, right? And I can insert my sword into the furnace, and that's what you gotta do in the Forge and Fire competition. You gotta put your sword in a furnace to melt the metal, so you can make the sword, the blade, right, to refine it. Make the best, hardest, efficient blade you can make. So this will be perfect. Calamitous. I'm gonna have to pass on this, okay? I don't see any way this can benefit my sword. Only harm it. The Derelict. Pass. Again, there's nothing that can help my sword here. Except that little ball on the bottom. That may be smooth, so maybe, but that's the only upside. Polyphemalus. That may be its name, that may not be its name. Whatever. Smash. It's gooey. Has tentacles. Just like I said with the purple brain thing. Tentacles. Tentacles. Very good for making the sword effective and explosive. Leviathan and Anaida. I guess I could smash it. I'll smash that. The Anaida. The big thing. Probably not. I mean, it would just break my sword instantly. There's no fun in that. Astrum Arius. Now this thing reminds me of Pokemon right here. Haven't played Pokemon in a long time, so I don't remember what Pokemon name I'm looking for, but it looks like a Pokemon. But I see no benefit to smashing this. It will not refine my sword in any way or give my sword pleasure, so I am not smashing you. Goodbye. The Plague Bringer Goliath. Nah, I'm gonna pass on that. See, the tip of this thing's ass, right? It's too sharp. Ravager. Now, I'm gonna have to pass on that, man. That looks like meat grinders. That won't, like, enlarge the sword or stretch it out. That'll just straight up obliterate it. And then, of course, I'll lose the Forge and Fire competition and be humiliated on live television for how small my sword now is. Because it doesn't exist anymore. It's been grinded. And now it's in your many mouths. So no. The Dragon Folly. Smash. For the face alone. This thing's very cute. It'll be a very pleasant experience. Maybe. Just on first impressions of this picture. Astrum Douche. Astrum Douche. Alright? That's what its name is. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna have to pass on that. Too sharp. I don't see any succulent elements that could really put suction on my sword. And, you know, it's just not appealing. Alright. Post-Moonlord boss. Yarim Worm. I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at, so pass. Propane Guardians. Definitely the right name. And I'm passing. I see 0 appendages. I see nothing. I see blob. And blob, without tentacles, doesn't work for me. Providence, the propane god. I'm gonna have to smash it, because look at all the fire. It can really heat up my sword, get it moving, get the action going on it. So then I'll win the Forge and Fire competition. Stormweaver. Pass. Too spiky. Don't want any puncture marks or shredding in the sword's exterior. Ceaseless Void. I guess I'll smash it. I mean, it has a ginormous hole in the middle. So, maybe the void will feel good on the sword. I mean, it'll be good on the sword. Yes, that's what I meant. It'll be very nice on the sword. It'll insert, put pressure or whatever it needs to put on the sword, and then it will come out with, like, mystical powers. Cygnus. Envy of the Devourer. Smash. Because I see that tentacle thing on the bottom. Alright? And the robe could be, like, really comfy. It'll wrap around my body, and then wrap around the sword and, like, cut off circulation to really make the sword just tense and hard. Poltergeist. Now, I know in-game this thing has arms, alright? But this right now just looks like an Eater of Worlds head with legs. And it's blue. You probably cannot see that now, can you? I'm gonna have to, smash this because it looks adorable like this. Don't apply that to children. The Old Duke. I'm gonna have to smash the Old Duke, alright? Because he has wisdom, and while we're smashing with my sword, he will inscribe me with the wisdom. He'll insert it into my body. It'll ejaculate into my body, the fluids of wisdom, and it'll make me knowledgeable on how to improve my sword ability. The Devourer of Gods. We're passing on this thing so hard. I hate what this face thing looks like on its head or ass. I don't know. But I don't like the way that looks. It looks like it has so many urges for swords. And it's too needy looking to me. I gotta pass. Yaren the Jungle Dragon. Seen plenty of this thing. And, you know, I don't really see any point in smashing this. Because it has that beak. And that beak will snap my sword hard. And then I'll lose the Forged and Fire. Exomex. Pass on the middle one and the bottom one, but smash the other two, because look at the fire coming out of its anus. Alright, the way it looks like it's standing, just looks like it's so smashable with my sword. So, we're doing it. XP- double balls Hypnos. Pass. It's just, it doesn't look appetizing. Supreme Calamitous. The final boss in this mod. Smash. 200% smash. Just on first impression of this picture. Smash. It's even a she, so I don't have to feel gay. YouTube, please don't destroy me for saying that word. Alright, we got our first super boss. The Adult Idealan Worm. No. Vision of the Tyrant. no. Something about it just says no. The entropic god Noxious. Smash. Holy hell, yes. It has hands. Actual hands. Exodigen. Pass. It looks like it could be smashable, but the quality of this image is ass cheeks. So I'm gonna pass on it, because if it looks ass cheeks, it's gonna give you an ass cheeks job on your sword. Alright, with that, that's going to end this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you feel zesty and very proud of yourself for making it this far. I know most of you didn't watch this whole video. I'm onto you. You can't escape. I have the data. I can see it. The power of information is in the palm of my hand. I know you didn't watch this whole video, and I'm disappointed, but that's okay. If you're still here for some reason, thank you for watching. Subscribe. We're trying to get 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I'm counting on you. Remember, 5,000 subscribers, a Discord server goes up, and more zesty things will appear in your life. And I know you want that. I certainly do. Okay, bye.